All right, people, what the hell is going on to all my fine folks out there? It is 2:30, 3 o'clock. I don't know what time it is in the morning. I was nice and sleep. I was nice and sleep, and then I had to go to the bathroom. That's what usually happens. I don't get up, have to go to the bathroom, and then go back to no. I'm up, motherfucker. Shit, I am up. Anyway, got my ginger beer. Oh man, Q light ginger beer. It tastes like a unpleasant ginger ale. I mean, it bites. I'm like, goddamn, I bite. I mean, the first time I drank some, these little cans came in like a 4-pack. I was like, let me try that. Man, I was like, that shit just want to come right out your fucking nose. It was like, it's not something you want to drink all the goddamn time. It's acquired taste, as many might say. But anyway, today's video is a state of dating video. So this is like the dating update video that I make every so often, and ain't really shit to update. It's not. I did decide to kind of soften up on my stance on a lot of things. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of things, on some things, as far as stuff that could happen dating wise. And that's mostly to do with, moving around, meeting and stuff like that. It's just like, well, I never required people to come over to my house, even though it's stated that, you got to be able to come to me, which in general terms, that don't mean you got to come to my house. You got to come, wherever you at. You know how it is. I live right in the middle of the fucking city, so everybody and their mama is way the fuck out. Just how shit is. Even way back in the day, I don't meet people around here. 5-6 miles away from, what I'm saying? That's a pretty good goddamn distance, but I don't meet people within that distance from my house. If I run across somebody online, they always 15, 20, 25 miles out. And lately, all my matches and stuff that I generally get, even though you got that shit set, like on Facebook is what I can move with, because it's more activity on Facebook dating. Is that you got it on there? It's a strong preference, motherfucker. I don't need motherfuckers more than 20 miles away from me. You know what I'm saying? Why all of my matches on Facebook come from people not even in the fucking... Now, I ain't talking about just not in Houston, where you got people in fucking Missouri City, Fresno, Stafford, Spring, Humble, Tuscaloosa, Cypress, all that type of shit, Baytown, Katy, all that type of shit. No, I'm talking about it's just like, that's like hour, 2 hours away. Why the fuck are they even, why is they even on the list when I got on there? I only want people within this certain miles, and I put it at a fucking, I put it as a fucking strong preference, and it's just like, no, here you go. We ain't got no more fucking people inside the city for you. You get all these motherfuckers from elsewhere. And I get likes from folks like that. Folks be like, it'll tell you they're using, such and such, like, you get alert if somebody like you. That's something you have to pay for on other apps on Facebook. It's free. If you are such and such like you, and you go and look, and it'll say either such and such like you, or it'll say such and such like you using search anywhere, which means they on a dating app somewhere just searching for people all over the fucking country, which I don't get. But I mean, everybody move different, Everybody move different. But ain't no use to me even. Ain't no. I mean, that's just very, very specific. And there's no point of me searching for no matches or nothing like that outside the goddamn city limits. It's just not. So That irritates me. Then you get into the thing that I generally go into, and that most of my matches are, while they're fine people, they might have cute pics, but physically unattractive. It is what it is. Yeah, ain't no, it's just that's what happens. I had a match the other day that was nice. Chick 50 years old, and you look at her pictures and you like, oh man, that lasted about 2 days until she actually read my profile. Until she actually read the profile. I'm like, really? It took you that long to go look at my profile? And then she read it and was like, well, if you don't have a car, how do you move around and do all this other shit? Which, somebody 50 years old, why would you ask somebody that? You can use common sense. If people got to move around, they catch the bus, or they use Uber, or they get rides from people. I mean, that's kind of obvious. You know what I'm saying? How do you get around? How do you move around and stuff like that? I'm like, I usually don't. I'm always in the house. That's as honest as you can fucking get. You know what I'm saying? That's as honest as you can get. Cause she sent me a message saying, she'll say, hey love, blah, 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 blah. I just read your profile. Well, if you don't got a car, how do you move around and do stuff and all of that? So I usually don't. I'm always in the house. Simple as that. I'm not for the elaborate and sugarcoat the shit. I'm always in the fucking house. Other than the walk I took this morning, about 45 minutes, that was it. I've been in the house since then, except for the couple times I went to put trash in the trash can. That's it. Why, not gonna sugarcoat that. And then I got a OOK, which is a conversation killer right there. A OOK is a conversation killer. Because she was like, yeah, she asked me that and blah, blah, blah. And she said, I'm off today. I was like, okay. I was like, yep. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yep. I was like, well, shit, I move around slow. So, you know what I'm saying? It's, it is what, I move around slow, you know what I'm saying? It just, I got to take in consideration, what I got to do, where I got to go, and how much it's going to cost. I was like, shit, well, blah, blah, blah. Maybe we can get together on another one of your off days or some shit. I think she live in Spring or some shit like that. Bad thing about that, if I got to implement my little rule that I pretty much have to have, I can't be Ubering all the way up to fucking Spring. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing about that right there, is why I don't move around. Because I sent that message. I said, well, blah, 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 what I just said. Maybe we can get together on another one of your off days and blah, blah, blah. I made the, I sent that message, and get out the inbox and blah, blah, blah. And then you see the whole, I switched out, and then I see the whole your whole inbox feed, the list of your conversations, it shifted. I'm sitting there I'm looking for Sexy, whatever her fucking name was. I say it's gone. I say she deleted the conversation. You inquire about me moving around. I tell you what the deal is. And I'll be like, yeah, I move around pretty slow. I gotta, it's a lot of preparation going and what I gotta do. But I'll say, we can get together. Cause it ain't no use you hit me up on a day of talking about I'm inquiring how I move around and then be like, I'm off today. Well, I can't do nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? She probably, some other dude she probably met up with all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? But the fact is, I would have ran into the same shit. So why I don't do that? Because I would have did whatever I had to do to get ready. end up spending $40, $50 just on Uber going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And that's somebody I probably wouldn't have never talked to after that. If she deleted that message, you know what I'm saying? If she ended that conversation, without a reply, nothing, she just ended that conversation, then yeah, that was somebody that I would have went and met, that would have been fine as fuck, that I wouldn't have, that would have been the last time I saw them. Because because it wasn't that much in the inbox, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't that much in the inbox. We didn't go, I don't like having that get to know you conversation, but some kind of conversation gotta happen in the inbox. None of that happened. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I kind of softened up to where I was like, okay, well maybe, if decides you want to meet, then there's something we gotta settle up. You know what I'm saying? There's something we gotta plan. You can't be doing it. I can't do it right offhand. I can't. It takes too much. It takes too long for me to get ready. I can't be going out looking like this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's it's routine I gotta go through. Clean myself up, find some goddamn clothes to wear, then I gotta call for transportation, and then I gotta know where the fuck we going. It's a whole, it ain't like a colossal mountain I gotta climb, but it's shit I gotta do, and it's shit that I'd rather not try to do right here, because if I gotta shave and do all that other shit, that shit takes time. You can't hit me up in the middle of the goddamn day talking about what's up, and because it ain't gonna fucking happen unless you coming the fuck over here, because I'm gonna look just like this. You know what I'm saying? It takes goddamn preparation. So, but that's what happened with that. That's what happened with that. So I'm just like, that's what I expect. You know what I'm saying? That's what I expect. It's what I usually go through, and it solidifies my stance on why I don't just up and do shit anymore. You come off some goddamn money, and the next thing you know, it's a waste. It's somebody not somebody you finna talk to again. You know what I'm saying? After that first minute, my conversation don't translate well with everybody, because I'm pretty goddamn straightforward. I ain't gonna say honest, but I am straightforward. There's certain things, even though you might not exactly lie about shit, you definitely have to deflect, because everything ain't your business. It's just not. It's not your business. And people be expecting for you to, when you hop on those dating apps and stuff like that, folks expect you to just, like I had a conversation the other day before yesterday. Chick hit me up. It was on Facebook too. We was chatting for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The chats they space like hours apart sometimes. But people be at work and all kind of shit. And, so you ain't just going back and forth like you texting your text buddy or some shit like that on dating apps and shit like that. It gets spaced out. And it's like, okay, the fuck she asked me? It was just on the tip of my goddamn tongue. Oh yeah, she bust out with the. She said something. So tell me about yourself. I was like, man, it's all in the profile. You know what I'm saying? Go check out the profile or whatever. She asked me a question and then said, so tell me about yourself. Yeah, she asked me a question, which was a question that's plainly stated in my profile. It ain't like I got a 1,000-word profile. It's only like a couple of hundred fucking letters. Asked me some shit that's in my profile, and then asked me, so tell me about yourself, which is literally in the profile of something that I do not like. You know what I'm saying? It's in there. Motherfuckers be... I'm like, what's the point of having a profile if people gonna sit there and chat with you and not gonna read it? You know what I'm saying? I have a abbreviated profile on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I have an abbreviated profile on purpose. So you read, you get a gist of what I am or who I am and all this other shit. And 300-400 characters. I think most of the time they have to be under 500, depending on which app you're on. But yeah, it's right there. You get the prompts and shit. You get to add other little tidbits, you know, a couple 100 characters or whatever. That shit is there for a fucking reason. It is. I don't want to spend my time in the inbox giving you my life story. Because first of all, that ain't none of your goddamn business. Somebody come across me asking me, talking about they want to know the story, and that conversation deleted too. I was on BLK. That conversation got deleted too. I'm trying to figure out the story of blah blah blah, whatever fucking name I'm learning on now. I was like, man, ain't nothing to tell. He said, on the story I can tell starts from right the fuck now. That's it. That's how I'm operating this year. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you my whole goddamn past. And you get everything you need to know starts from today moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Today moving forward. Today moving forward. I don't want to sit here and tell my whole goddamn life story, which don't mean shit to you or nobody. It don't. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm 47 years old. I've been doing that shit since I was 21, 22. You get on, you meet somebody and you got to sit there and tell them your whole goddamn, no. I don't want to do it because none of that shit matters. What matters is who and what the hell I'm doing right now, moving forward. What I did yesterday don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's something I bring up myself from a common experience that we currently talking about. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You ask me about some shit, that don't matter. So how many girlfriends you got? Ain't nobody asked me that, but it just, does it matter? You know what I'm saying? There's certain shit you ask this woman asked me if I had kids and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, nope. No kids. You know what I'm saying? And all this shit blur together because, it's the same thing with every goddamn somebody that hits you up. Nothing pops out. The only thing that pops out is this chick that hit me up, and the only thing that pops out about that is that she's not black, she's white. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's the only way I can distinguish this shit because everything that come out of everybody's mouth black is some stupid shit. Now I ain't gonna say stupid shit. It's redundant, cliches. Same old tropes, same old shit. You know what I'm saying? Or you get a whole bunch of fucking replies that it's a whole bunch. You would think, you know what I'm saying, that I don't get a whole lot of activity. No, it's because I don't participate in conversations where, once you get 1-2 replies of 1 or 2 words, the conversation is over. I'm not going to participate in that conversation. I'm typing sentences. You know what I'm saying? And all you got to say is okay and LOL and emojis and shit like that. I can't even get a fucking word out of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like this right here. Let me see something. Is this still up? Let me see something. Now I didn't message them. This person messaged me. And I don't know if you can be able to see this shit. God damn, Facebook. Fix your goddamn shit. Yeah, so I don't know if y'all can see that shit. The first little message at the top was her. The purple is me. The white is her. Purple is me. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Now she messaged me with hi. You know what you get back? Hi. That's what you get back. I'm not gonna invest no more in the conversation that you trying to. And then I'm going to bail out. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I'm not finna fuck with this. Take it that her name is, what the fuck is her name? Let me see something. Okay, you got to click on the fucking 47 years. That's what you get from a 47-year-old. Now, I'm assuming that her name is supposed to be Mimi, but that spells meme. So I can't even take this profile serious. I can't. I'm looking at it and I look at the pictures or whatnot and I'm like, okay, all right. The pictures look like a real person, some skinny chick. And of course, they say she's from Aldine. I live in Fifth Ward, so I can't talk about where nobody come from. But I'm like all day, and I'm like, I'm like, But it's some little skinny chick. I mean, she ain't like skinny hot. She just like a skinny chick. That alone, that's a red flag right there. I'm just like, okay, she ain't fat, which means then whatever's I think is about to happen ain't. You know what I'm saying? If I got some kind of, I'm like, oh shit, she ain't a little slim chick. All right, let me see something right. No, you get that. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even like some attractive shit. That's what you get when you message or get message from somewhat attractive ass people. It just it's just as simple or dumb. It's either a simple ass conversation where you don't get no interaction back from them, even though they replied or messaged you, or you just get nothing out of them. It's just dumb. I can't even use. I gotta cross my legs for some reason. I don't know. It's just dumb. I don't know. It's you try to make sense out of a lot of shit. You just can't. Yeah, that's the update right there. That's the kind of shit that I generally go through. That I've been going through. It's nothing productive, except for the white chick. The white chick is was the only thing that had any promise, but shit. These, like I said, like I say, everything sound mean when I put it on the when I when I come over here and talk. But it's a fat white chick. You know what I'm saying? I look at her, nothing special. It's a fat white chick. Don't find her attractive at all. But I hop online to chat with people. You know what I'm saying? I do. I've probably explained this a few times. That's why I hop online to chat with people. That got to happen before anything. You know what I'm saying? You never know what you're going to get out of people, so it's good to talk to everybody, at least a little bit. And that conversation went like you would want it to. As far as people just chatting, there wasn't no shit going back and forth. No interview and no shit. Like, it was just a regular ass conversation. You hop on there, you just start talking. Everybody can't operate like that. You know? That's how I operate. You start with that interview shit, you done turned me off already. But after a while, it might have been a day, maybe 2 days or whatever the fuck. You might exchange your phone numbers. Well, I was like, all right. Now she hadn't got I think that was on Facebook too. I think it was on Facebook. Where I got the little prompts on there that tell people that I'm a texter. You gotta earn that phone shit. You do. But with Shay's phone numbers, I ended up saving her name on my phone or whatnot. And apparently she saved mine. It wasn't like she just hit you up right the fuck away or no shit like that, because I wasn't gonna call. I was for the text her, because usually when somebody give me a phone number, I text them with a picture. Let them know who it is. Well, I forgot to do that. She ended up texting me, like, it was either later on that day or the next day. And she was like, this is Shannon, from Facebook or whatever the fuck. And then I was like, hello there. I ain't heard back from her since. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell. She could have gotten a car wreck. Anything could have happened, but I hadn't heard from her. I'm not going to be, you sent me a message, I replied. I don't get a reply back. I'm not for to message you. You message me, I reply to the message. I don't get a reply back. It is what it is. You missed the notification or whatever. Hey, that's not on me. That's on you, man. You know what I'm saying? That's on you. That's how I talk to people. I don't double message people no more. I don't do that double message shit. I send you a message, you don't reply. That is on you. That is on you. So yeah, that's the update. That's how things have been going so far. Other people's expectations that they have on here, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what it is. Because folks have, they have the profiles, and then they have looking for such and such friends, chatting, long term, blah blah blah. At the end of the day, They say they looking for friends and chatting and then long term. Just put the long term down there. That's what you're looking for. Everybody got what they ultimately want. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no bad thing. But you already know the other shits don't matter. They don't mean shit. Cause you gonna skip right over those and try to get to the long term shit. You know, like a long term, and I say long term relationship. It's too many people be like, I'm looking for somebody that's serious. What the fuck that mean? I'm looking for a serious relationship. Fuck that mean? You know what I'm saying? The fuck that mean? I want somebody that's serious minded. No, you don't. You know what I'm saying? You say you got something in your mind, but that ain't the right combination of words to use to describe what the fuck you looking for. It's just not. Serious is not the right word. Sincere might be closer to it. But serious, everybody's serious. If motherfucker just trying to, fuck around and get in your drawers and get the fuck on, he's serious about what he doing. That's serious to him. You know what I'm saying? It's serious to him. It's serious to whoever doing whatever it is they doing. They serious about that shit. So no, you need to shade that a little bit. You want somebody that's sincere, but even sincere is not the right word because motherfuckers is sincerely just looking to fuck over you. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I guess you need to just take that whole terminology out and just be like, look, I'm looking for a long-term relationship. But even then, people be on there looking for long-term relationship. I'm looking for my king. I'm looking for my one and only. I'm looking for Mr. Right, not Mr. Right now. I'm looking for You know what? Fine. You know what I'm saying? You fine. You know what? You gonna find somebody. And then 3-4 months from now, you gonna be right the fuck back on here. Just like it's a motherfucker I be seeing on Twitter now. Motherfucker disappear for months at a time. Months at a time. And then once they start back posting on Twitter or whatnot, it's always, I don't hate lies and people make me sick and that and that. You didn't fuck around and hooked up and got with somebody in less than due time. You know what I'm saying? A couple of months went by, that shit didn't work, now you mad. The fuck you expect? Every time you see shit like this, it ain't never their fault. You know what I'm saying? The people that hop online and do all that post-relationship posting and blah, 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 it ain't never, they ain't like, man, I fucked it up, dude. I was supposed to be doing this and I was doing that and all this other shit. And no, they ain't never that. There's always, motherfuckers lie about this and they ain't doing this. I ain't about this, boy. Hey. It ain't never your fault, huh? It ain't never. The reason why the relationship just went down the tubes, you had nothing to do with that. You didn't. I'm pretty sure the person on the other side got a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? The person on the other side got a whole goddamn different story. It is what it is. But folks' expectations on that is just, and I read profiles to get a gist of how people's personality might be, but I don't take all that shit serious. It ain't until we get in the inbox. You know what I'm saying? It ain't until we get in the inbox. I think I got on my profile is that, whatever I'm looking for and expecting deals with whoever I'm talking to at that moment. That's it. You don't get no more than that. You don't get no more than that. Because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You on here looking for, I'm looking for whatever is out there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever situation might pop up, okay. I got to see what people got to offer. You know what I'm saying? I got to see what people got to offer depending on who I'm talking to. Because it differs. You talking to somebody, they might got something to offer you that, it might not have nothing to do with no romantic nothing. Might not be no relationship shit. This person right here might be looking for a relationship, and you might be looking for a relationship. Y'all shit might click. You might be looking for somebody, y'all, relationship wise, y'all looking for two different goddamn things, but y'all might have something else to come. It just, whatever it is, it's different from person to person. I won't know that and I won't try to figure that out until I actually am interacting with that person. Once we get to talk to each other, they get a gist of my personality, I get a gist of theirs, and then y'all can start filling that shit out. But even then, that long-term shit is not in the window. I'll tell you that if it come up in conversation. I don't just come out and just say shit, but if it come up in conversation, I can tell you that. I'm like, hey, this I do shit. I don't want to hear shit about no long-term relationship. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear shit about no long-term relationship. We can discuss long-term relationship when they get to the point to where we are behaving as such. You know what I'm saying? This is not no goddamn deal you go to where you go to a job interview and then, okay, you got the job and then you start doing shit. No, we gonna have to already be doing the shit to be like, well, shit, well, fuck it, we already here. You know what I'm saying? This is where the fuck we ended up. You know what I'm saying? That's how I think shit should work. Will it work that way? All my relationships wouldn't acquired that way. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? That's how I think shit should go. There ain't no use of you talking about a long-term relationship with me. I mean, because that's some shit that's gonna be way down the goddamn line. You got to get to know a motherfucker. Y'all got to become friends. You got to operate as friends. You know what I'm saying? You got to do all that shit before you get to that point. Because everybody want these benefits of being in a relationship. They want to be treated as such and all this other shit. You ain't done nothing to earn that. I'm not expecting it from you, and you ain't done nothing to earn it from me. So, you talking about long-term relationship. Do you love me? We've been chatting for about 3 days. Do you love me? Do you want to be in a relationship with me? My point exactly, motherfucker. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no use of talking about that shit because at that point, if that's the expectation, then you might as well just jump in it. You know what I'm saying? If that's the expectation, you might as well just jump in it and cut out the whole middleman and do it. And there's people that do that. You know what? They single as fuck right the fuck now. Old as hell. Single as hell. You know, because that's what they do. Well, I'm getting up there myself where I'm just bad and single, but that has less to do with my dating preferences, more to do with my physical health. I can't move around and do shit like I used to, so, you know, it's hard to get out there and meet people and be in that situation. But, I mean, by now, I'm pretty sure I would have been in some shit, years ago. Years ago, my health started acting a fool, so shit, no. No, it ain't happening. But yeah, folks and their expectations is just, I don't know. And you read that, you do read their profile, people put all these adjectives down here about themselves. I'm just like, and it's the opposite of mine. My shit has mostly negative adjectives when I decide to put them in there. And most of they got all, I'm this. All these old sunshiny ass words you use to describe yourself. Why the fuck are you single at fucking 40, 50 goddamn years old if all these words describe you? That don't make fucking sense. To me, it don't. Apparently, everybody don't think so. Apparently, everybody don't think so because at this point, somebody would have snatched your ass up. You wouldn't be available to be on here doing none of this shit. Not at all. On my end, I will put some of the negative shit down there. You know what I'm saying? I will put some of the negative shit down there. The important stuff that you need to know beforehand. You know what I'm saying? I'll put all my bad health down there. A couple of my negative personality traits. I ain't gonna sit there and put no bullet list or fucking 100 things or nothing like that. But it might be 3, 4, 5. It might be 3, 4, 5. Where I know I know I got on there by my vision, and I don't think whatever. I hate putting that I'm diabetic on there because then everybody, that's all they want to fucking talk about. You know, even when I have to put that I'm low vision down there. You know what I'm saying? I put low vision, I don't drive. You know what I'm saying? A couple other things. It's a bunch I used to put on there that I don't put on there no more because, I mean, it don't really matter for me to put a bunch of that stuff on there because it ain't gonna never get to that point where you spending time with people. And so a lot of stuff, you know, about specifics about, you know, how you gotta operate and shit like that, it just don't need to be on there because, you'll figure that out if, you know, if we click. If we don't click, it don't fucking matter. But I put the shit down there. You know, people, like I said, they don't read the profile until after. You know, they'll sit there and chat with your ass for fucking ever and don't read your fucking profile until 2-3 days later. And then have all these fucking questions and shit. I'm like, goddamn, you couldn't have went over the profile before then? Because that's what I do when I get a message from somebody. If I message somebody, I send out my little messages, my greetings or whatever, and I get a reply back. I go check out the profile, go look at the pictures, see who the fuck, you know, remind me who the fuck, you know, because like I say, when I swipe. Everybody gets a swipe. That's how you deal with people that you think that might have interest. You just swipe on everybody till you run out of fucking swipes. You have to look at some of them because a dude to get fucking mixed up in there every once in a while, and it's just like, man, dude, that was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I got one of those the other day. You're talking about you messaged me. I was like, they spoke, so I spoke. And it was just like the one I just showed you on my phone where they were just like, hey. And I'm like, hey. I'm like, goddamn, what? The fuck you want? You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, man? I'm trying to see what's up. You messaged me. No, the fuck I didn't. I swiped right. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, if you just look at the picture, it looked like a chick. You know, it's just swipe right. I mean, it actually looked like a chick. It ain't one of those big manly face motherfuckers. It ain't until you scroll down on the picture and you see them fucking big black ass hands. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker 49 years old, all this makeup on, you look like a fucking woman. It looked like somebody I know. So, but it was, you know, apparently you're a fucking dude just looking at your pictures and all your poses and shit. And you got this picture of you sitting down like this because, you know, transsexuals are usually always guarded and covered for the most part when they take their pictures. You know, you ain't gonna see no. Sometimes, you know, some of them got boobs, but most of them, you know, they like this. They used to have some kind of girdle, halter to top type shit on it, just, you know, sitting there all made up, big ass hair, so you can't see how big their fucking head is. And they sitting there. Big, you know, with their little pose that most women do with their little hands. You see the nails done, and you see these big 47-year-old hands. You look at my hands, I got tattoos on my hands, but my hands ain't all that rough and shit. This motherfucker here look like he been digging ditches and shit. Big, dark, black ass hands and shit. I'm like, get you some fucking gloves, man. Get you some fucking gloves. And the fact that all the pictures were like from here and from here. It wasn't no full body, no nothing. It just, yeah, you a fucking dude. And the fact that, you know, it's just, yeah. Anyway, yeah, you get that. You get that. Can't, everybody gets a swipe, so that gets thrown in there every once in a while. And I talk to them too. If they, you know, as long as the conversation will last, because some of them, you will talk back and forth with them for a good minute before they, you know, before the shit start turning sexual, and then you just bail out. Now, the conversation was just fine. You know what I'm saying? As much as people might, you know, if you look at a bunch of my content, you know, I discuss transsexuals a lot because I run across transsexuals a lot, and I've actually met transsexuals before I had to start being extra careful about who I went out and meet and stuff like that. I need verification that your ass is female. And like I said, in general, they cool ass people, but you know, they just dudes trying to fuck or suck or whatever the fuck it is that they doing. But yeah, they're a little straightforward, more straightforward than women generally are. That is a dead ass giveaway. Women in general, even if they want to stick their lips on your Peter, don't come out and say that shit. They will give you an opportunity to make that shit happen, but they won't just come out and say that shit. Anyway, I done forgot what the fuck I was talking about. Let me see. I got bullet notes right here. My expectations. I don't know what the fuck my expectations. I don't have any. That's how I have to operate on these fucking dating apps. Is that I don't have any expectations. Like I said, I go through when somebody messages me, I go read the profile. You know, I go read the profile, so I know how to talk to them. You gonna look in there and see the same shit you see everywhere. God fearing this. I want this. I'm looking for my king. Blah 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 blah. I've been around enough to know that whatever, you know, you have to actually go back and forth with people in the inbox or over the phone if you get that far, to get a gist of what it is, who they are, not what's in the inbox. You know, what they type down there, because a lot of times you go read their inbox, there's a lot of people in there, but like, I'm sexy this and I'm Benny this, I got pretty in the face and blah blah blah, and you just like, if you read that shit and then go look at their pictures, it's just like, I don't know who the fuck been telling you all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who the fuck been telling you all that, but it is it might be a little bit subjective, but it damn sure it's not true. It's not. This is sexy this, sexy that. I'm a sexy, pretty sexy. Yeah, I told you about people that ain't goddamn adjectives they use to describe themselves. I'm like, man, dude, stop going around telling these women shit because you want some pussy. They be believing this shit. You know, it ain't like a motherfucker hop up in here and say, you handsome. I'm just like, man, if you was looking at me right the fuck now, you take that shit right the fuck back. I don't take compliments too well. I don't take compliments too well. I'm like, you handsome. You looking at those pictures. I don't look like that no more. Like literally, that's how I would be. Matter of fact, hold on for a second. I ain't gonna even pause the video. I'm just gonna get the fuck up. That's how I operate around this bitch. I'm not even gonna turn off the goddamn camera and stop recording. I'm just gonna do this shit right here as good as I fucking can. Oh, there we go. Y'all got to see the full, well, as much as was in the camera walking back there. I don't know how much y'all can see. Y'all got to see my back. Probably some of my backside. Root beer. This is not a good root beer either. Ginger root beer. This is not like this ginger beer shit. This tastes more like root beer, but this shit is kind of it's a 0-calorie cola soda. So it's it don't taste like a Diet A&W or no shit like that. I'm just gonna tell you this right here. You know how you had that sparkling water that kind of tastes like lemon? Y'all know what I'm talking about too. You buy a sparkling water and you think it's gonna be like that clearly Canadian shit. That's what this is like. This tastes like sparkling water that kind of tastes like root beer. It is very disappointing. This is like the last one. I bought like a whatever the long box is. I bought two. I bought this and I bought the other brand they got. Zevia. I don't know. That's cream soda. And I'm thinking I gotta go. I finished this right. This might be the last one. It might be one more in that box. I got a whole nother box in there of fucking cream soda. Because that's the kind of person I am. I like fucking cream soda, goddamn. And root beer. And ginger ale. That's what I like. But, anyway. I got that in my profile too. I said, I like root beer, something, long lingering sex. I got that in there too. Long lingering sex. I put that shit in the profile. You know what I'm saying? I put the shit in the profile. I didn't linger on it. It's just there. Long lingering sex. It's a list. It's a list of like 5 or 6 things that I like. And long lingering sex is on there. And then it's a list of things I don't like. It's on there. It's like long lingering sex. And the fact of the matter is, ain't nobody commented on it. Ain't nobody commented on it. Which is surprising. It's there as a joke, but it's fucking true. I like long lingering sex, motherfucker. I like lazy ass sex. You know, you sit there and have a movie playing and y'all just sitting there fucking with each other the whole goddamn time. I like long lingering ass sex. That's what I like. It's in there. You know what I'm saying? Not monkey sex. You know what I'm saying? You get done. All right. Be back in 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Just nah. Sloth sex. I don't know how sloths do it, but I'm pretty sure it's probably what it's like. But anyway, excuse me. My expectations and stuff like that, like I said, I read the profiles, and I get a gist of who people are, and then I know how to talk with them, and it's just like, you know, you go and you read somebody's profile and it's God this and God that, God this and God that, and it happens. You know, you always people that say they God fearing, they look for a God fearing man, or I'm Christian this and that and the other, and then you got certain people that's their profile. It's just like, really. Usually, if I see that, that's one of the things, other than not being a female, that I would just be like, bloop, pass. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times I just, you just tap on just to see if they about that shit. But I mean, if you read somebody's profile like that, I don't really change who I am for nobody, but I will at least try. I will at least try to keep it clean. Now, I don't get the opportunity to, dirty up shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't. The inbox conversations may go 6 or 7 back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Before, whoever stops replying or the conversation get deleted or some shit. It don't get that far to where I can offend somebody. You know what I'm saying? It don't get to the point to where I can offend somebody. It's usually they done went and read the profile and been like, okay, this ain't for me. This motherfucker don't drive and shit like that. And when you live in Houston, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can't get the details on that unless you actually talk to me, because you can't. It ain't enough. They don't give you enough characters to sit there and just describe everything about everything. It's not. No, you can't. You know what I'm saying? I would have to actually shoot a video like this explaining everything, which I actually have. I think I actually got 2 dating profile videos on my thing. I do. Yeah, I do. I got 2 dating profile videos on here, which is like that's a video that you can do it on certain date. Oh, God damn. You can do it on certain dating apps where you can embed shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't forgot which one you can. I think it's only 2 of them you can, where you can copy and paste your fucking some shit off of YouTube. And the link will be in the fucking will be on the on your God damn it, I can't talk, on your profile. There's 2 of them that do. I don't remember which 2. Maybe OkCupid might be one. I don't know. My OkCupid profile is bad. I got to make a new one because I changed my phone number and they got it to where your phone number is locked to your goddamn profile. So if you change your goddamn phone number, you can't make another profile. You can't make another profile. They give you the option to log in with your email, but you still got to put in the old phone number. I'm like, what's the point of having me log in with the email if y'all gonna make me use the phone number anyway? And then you can't change the phone number. And then you can't make another profile because your email is in use. Now I done had to do this shit several times on several different things to where you call and have to blah 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 and do this. I'm not finna call and do that shit for no dating app. I'm sorry. I've had to do that for some other shit. Me calling because, and especially on a dating app that I ain't never ever met nobody off of. As long as I've had OkCupid, I've never ever even come close to meeting anybody off of that. And when I say I've had that profile a long ass time, I had that shit in my 30s. I'm fucking 47. I had that shit in my 30s. So yeah, and I like OkCupid. I like the app. I like the app. You know what I'm saying? That's what I can say. I like the app. I like using the app. Even though I don't meet nobody off of there, I like the app. It's weird, but I like the app. There's certain shit that's just kind of like that. I like the fucking app. I don't get no action on the app, but for some reason I like using the app. It's like shit. They got the little questions you ask on there, and they match you based on those fucking questions. You know, you swipe on people, and it's like a percentage match of 98%, 70%, 60%, blah, blah, blah. And then you go look at the fucking questions, and it's just like, you can go to their profile, you know, if you match, and look at their, you know, and the questions that you ask will be down there. They say, this is what you matched with, this is what you didn't match with on the questions, and then it's another one where y'all, you know, questions that didn't have an answer or whatnot. But, and you look at that and you be like, well, where those percentages come from? Because, you know, that shit them numbers don't match. I don't know how they do it, but it's just like, you know, you get like a 90% match or 95% match with somebody, and you looking at them questions, you be like, we don't, you know, it's just like, okay, all the questions down here, you matched on these questions. Well, how, if we match that much on these questions, why the fuck is the disagree? You got the shit that you agree on, and then you got the question that you disagree on. Well, how the fuck is this a 90% match over here, and just as much of, and you got all these disagrees right here? It's just, it don't make sense to me. It don't. I don't know how they do that. The numbers don't make sense. It just don't. But anyway, I don't forgot what I did shit again where I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. Anyway, I'm just gonna go off the top of my head before I go ahead and close out this motherfucking video. Like I was saying, I don't fucking hair. I don't get a lot of I don't have any expectations. I don't. I have to feel people out, see what they got to offer. You know what I'm saying? I fill them out, see what they got to offer. Hopefully, it can at least be a decent exchange where motherfuckers know how to type a sentence back instead of just one or two words, because those actually that kills a lot of conversations where, you know, I'll say something to them and I just give a one-word reply or a two-word reply or emoji or some shit. That kills it. I have no interest in talking to you at this point. And it's generally after a couple times, and I do mean a couple, ain't no point in talking to you. You 46, 47, 48, 50 plus, and or in your 30s, goddamn it, you ain't got to the point where you know how to string together some words for a fucking sentence to be able to convey a thought. Why? Ain't no point in talking to you. I'm talking to myself. Kind of like I'm doing now on this goddamn phone. I'm sitting there talking to myself, like, for real. I'm sitting there talking to myself. So I'm just like, that kills a lot of shit. I don't, you know, I hop on there knowing that I need a chatty Cathy, a chatty Patty. I need one of those chatty bitches. You know what I'm saying? I do. I need a chatty broad that doesn't do the interview. I'm a reactionary person when it comes to conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't ask a lot of questions. If I start talking, I just start talking. You ain't gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not gonna ask you a whole bunch of goddamn questions. If I do, it's a basic ass question. You know, usually when I'm talking to people, it's, you know, they'll say something, they'll speak or some shit, and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, what up, lady? You know, they say good morning. I'll be like, hey, good morning. And they'll be like, well, how you doing today? And I'll be like, I'm doing all right, blah, blah, blah. Ain't too much going on my end. What's up with you? And something like that. That's the extent of it. The conversation will be based off of the reply. You know what I'm saying? It'll be based off whatever we're going to talk about. It's going to be off of that reply unless you offer something off the top. I know how I talk. I'm not somebody that just asks people fucking questions. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. I don't care enough to just ask you questions. I don't care how many kids you got. I don't care what side of town you live on. Blah, blah, blah. I'll ask you that if it's reciprocal. If you didn't ask me some shit. You know what I'm saying? If certain questions you ask me, I'll ask back. Keep the conversation going. But I'm not for to just sit here and interview you over some shit I don't give no shits about. Because eventually, you're going to tell me whatever it is that you want me to know. I'm going to let that shit come out. The same thing on my end. If we just talking blah, 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 we going back and forth. We just having a regular me type conversation. We going back and forth on something. Well, hell, is it raining outside? It is. Huh. We gonna get into talking about something, and eventually, whatever you trying to figure out, at least bits of it are gonna come out, and whatever I'm talking about or whatever story that I'm telling, engaged in the conversation. It's organic conversation. You know, just let the shit happen. People don't do that. They try to force shit. You know, they try to force shit. And we already know how they, you know, you try to force shit, you end up with them big giant ass chicken breasts that don't nobody want to eat. Let shit happen, man. Force the goddamn conversation. I don't force conversations. I don't. And when I don't force conversations, they fall the fucking apart. And I'm not for to start forcing conversations. I let the shit happen. I don't ask for nothing. I don't ask questions. I don't ask people for their phone numbers. I don't ask people out on dates. I don't ask people to meet. I don't ask for shit. When I'm online, I swipe, I match. You get that same generic ass greeting that I send to everybody across the internet. You reply to that, conversation starts from there. Or it ends there. You know, a lot of those don't get replied to, but it's whatever. But that's it. Not for that, oh, you so fine, you sexy, you this and you that. I don't do that shit. I don't compliment. I don't. Why? You know, it's just, I don't know. I'm not for just to say some shit to make people. I don't give compliments like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't give people compliments like that. You know, you sexy, you look good, and that. I don't do that shit. Get the fuck out of here. If in your head you don't look nice, then you don't think so. I shouldn't have to tell you that. Yeah, you know, I list that. I can list that as one of my downsides. I can admit that much. There's a lot of little small shit like that I don't do. That just ain't in my personality profile. That probably should be. It's why probably one of the reasons why I don't approach women like that. If he's out in the open, I don't like being in nobody's face uninvited, trying to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, that being said, that don't mean I don't know how to talk to women. You know, yeah, there's a difference. It's just that I don't like getting up in people's face or whatever the fuck. When a woman get up in my face, then, you know, it's whatever. I try to keep it decent because I know how my brain works. Just because I'm sitting there and I'm a gentleman, I can tell you right now, whatever's going on in my head at the time is not gentlemanly at all. It ain't. It just ain't. That is not how my brain works. It is not how my brain works. My brain is always on some dirty shit. I have to constantly filter that motherfucker out to keep from just either I'll either turn the motherfucker the fuck on or I would turn you all the way off. I would disgust the hell out of you. What's wrong with you? Shit, I'm a man. Shit, I don't know. Born like this. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I'm made, man. I can't help it. Fucking pervert. And one of those senses is pervert. You can use that to describe a whole lot of shit when you actually look up the term pervert. Pervert as in pervert. You can pervert stuff. Just use it or outside its intended use or some shit like that. Or a pervert, which can be described as a lot of stuff. It is what it is. You have to embrace your you have to embrace your aspects, man. There's somebody out there that love that shit. Well, I know it's people out there that love that shit because I got the internet. Where the fuck they at? They somewhere doing whatever it is they doing. While I'm out there looking for people that do the shit that they doing. I'm like, this isn't what I'm trying to do, man. Shit, what the fuck? I can't find this shit nowhere. This shit everywhere. Anyway, I'm getting out of some different shit. Yeah, but that's my expectations. I don't have any. Everything is based on who I'm talking to, and at that time, you keep it that simple. You keep it that simple. At that time, who I'm talking to, whatever we talking about, that, what I'm saying, that's it. I got to get to know that person to see what it is that I might want from them or what they have to offer. And then we can deal on that if there's any dealing to be made at all. You just, if I run across somebody and they on that long-term shit, that's all they want to talk about, then we're not going to get along because you got to get through it. You got to get through some shit. Motherfuckers want the long-term relationship, but I'm like, man, you gotta be able to put in some work before. You know what I'm saying? This ain't some shit. I just can't hear your resume. You know what I'm saying? I just can't hear your resume. It's one of those things where I have to see your body at work beforehand. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see your body at work beforehand. Can't just say, well, give me a resume of a list of shit that you done did about who you are. I done filled out those resumes. I done, you know what I'm saying? I done did the questionnaires. All that shit's a lie. All that shit's a lie. Who the hell, you ever take one of those questionnaires, you don't answer that shit honestly at all. If you a perfectly honest person, you would not get the fucking job. You would not get the fucking job if you just answer that shit how you think you should answer it. It's just like, no, motherfucker. No. That's not how it works. Be like, I did this and I'm blah, 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 and now I don't care. Shit, give the people that I'm educated, now I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning. I'm not educated. As far as how these people concerned, I'm learning. I'm not a fan of formal education. You can learn whatever the fuck you want to learn. You know what I'm saying? You just have to be willing to operate inside today's society however you can. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is interested in the same little structure that you built up to go into. And people are like, well, I'm educated this, I got that, blah, blah, blah. I guess if you go through that shit of fucking 20,000 years of fucking school, I'd be proud of my fucking papers too. I don't give a shit. Me personally, I don't care for your fucking papers. Run across people with masters and PhDs. Me, Mr. College dropout. Somebody that don't even have a high school diploma. I graduated from high school, but I have no idea where that goddamn paper is. I don't even think I ever got it. Because when you walk across their stage, they don't give you no diploma. They give you some decorative shit. Motherfucker asked me, you have your high school? I don't know. I don't think I ever had it. I've been to college several times, so I'm guessing that should be good or goddamn enough, huh? Yeah, once I figured out I wasn't gonna do shit with college algebra, I left that shit alone. Like that, my brain ain't made for that. My brain ain't made for that. I'm more of a thinker and not that kind of a thinker. God damn it, I'm not. I'm not. I'm just like I'm like that kid in my algebra class at HCC. Motherfucker asked that damn that teacher we had, that African teacher, and I had to lead that class. I'm like, I already have trouble with algebra. I passed advanced math like it wasn't shit, but I got the algebra, which is supposed to conceptually be damn near the fucking same. I couldn't do nothing with it. Then I got a motherfucking African teacher that I can't understand what the fuck he's saying. The fuck you talking about, man? The fuck, I can't even understand what the fuck you saying. How the hell you get this job teaching advanced math? People can't even understand you. Half these people in here speak with a fucking Spanish accent. You up there speaking in an African accent that I can't even get past the African. The fuck is going on there? That's what happened. That's what happened. I was taking 2 classes at fucking HEC and I dropped out because I couldn't understand the fucking the algebra professor, and the sociology teacher wasn't teaching sociology. She was teaching a government class, which ain't have nothing to do with that expensive ass book that I bought. And I said something about that shit. She was like, this is her class, she gonna teach me what she want. And I left the fucking class. I think I got my money back on the book. I don't know. That was a long ass time ago. But yeah, I have principles that I like to live by, and it's not popular. And that goes into the dating app thing, the dating life thing, where you got your principles and they're not popular. You know, people like they want somebody like them, somebody who's been to school. I am not that type of person. I am not that type of person. I'm not a school type of person. I've hated school since far as I can remember, since like 2nd grade. I don't like being here. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I don't like being here. All the way up through, I ain't gonna say college, because college is different, because I went to college on my own. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about after, the scholarship, and I left, talking about how much I give a shit about school. I left a full fucking ride playing football at Oregon State. That football ruined it. It wasn't school. Football ruined it. Football ruined it. I don't love football like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't love football to have to go through all the football stuff to be able to go to school. When my interest, at first semester, my interest damn sure wasn't school. I'll tell you that much. But I don't like football that much. Even though I went on to play football up until I was like 36 years old. I don't like football that much because I like to be able to do it when I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I like to be able to do it when I want to do it. I don't want to have to be forced to do this shit every fucking day. I don't like it that much. You know what I'm saying? This shit in the program was boo-boo. It wasn't fun. It was a losing ass program with a bunch of coaches and shit that didn't know how to run a football team. I noticed that. And I left. After that was after the fact. That was toward, I did the whole school year, but after I stopped playing football, it was just finished up the year and blah blah blah. And I finished up the year like I was supposed to, doing my work and all that other shit. But I was like, man, I'm like that. I ain't gonna keep doing some shit I don't want to do. That goes into the dating thing. I'm not gonna keep doing. And it's precisely why a bunch of my relationships ended, because I ended up breaking up with damn near all my girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not fit to deal with some shit I don't want to deal with. I know this, and this is why I have the stance of where you have to be in it for a minute before you be like, okay, this is what we doing. You got to get to know a motherfucker, or else you get with somebody and then you sitting there dealing with some shit for a good long while that you don't want to deal with, because you didn't spend enough time dealing with that person where you would have saw some shit ahead of time. You could have skipped out on that whole experience. That's why I don't have expectations. because I think that everything should be felt out, and the road needs to be traveled. You know what I'm saying? The road needs to be traveled. Now, if some shit come along to make you change your mind about that, you goddamn right. You are damn right. Something, you know what I'm saying? It's just you get that FOMO, the fear of missing out. If you got somebody that you like, you know what I'm saying? You got somebody that you like, and y'all like each other or whatever the fuck. And y'all ain't exclusive. And maybe an opportunity come along where y'all might be discussing some shit. And you know, it might come up and blah, blah, blah. And should I jump on it or should I wait? Should I jump on it or should I wait? Or somebody else gonna jump on it? You know what I'm saying? It's just, yeah, I done been there. I done been there to where I've ended up in a relationship and I'm like, well, shit. If I don't do it now, somebody else about to get it. And so I had to jump in and get it. You know what I'm saying? I had to jump in and get it. It's just like, well, that turned out to be a wrong decision. That turned out to be a wrong decision. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't gonna say a wrong decision, but it did get to. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, it was a wrong decision. You think about I'm thinking about it was a wrong decision. If you think about the person itself, probably not. You think about what was going on, yeah, it's probably the wrong decision. But I'm looking at that, dealing with, you know, way back in 90s time, or no, it was early 2000s or whatever, the pre-2010s or whatever, the 2000s. So you also have to think back on that. Okay, I was 30 something, she was late 20s, or you know what I'm saying? The person they are now, the person I am now is not the same. It's just, you know, it's different. You know, you put me in that same situation now, I wouldn't react the same way. I would be visibly up fucking set. You know what I'm saying? I'd be visibly up fucking set. I'd be more willing to talk about shit, but you know what I'm saying? It's different. My temperament is a little bit different. Back then, I was like, fuck it, I'm out of here, man. I ain't dealing with this shit. That's why you got to get to know people before you start. And people don't want to do it. Folks don't want to do it. They don't. They want the relationship. You want a relationship with me, or do you just want a relationship? That's the question. There don't need to be no discussion until then. It needs to be addressed and then left alone until it is. You know what I'm saying? If you talk with somebody, you know, you get your shit out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if they bring that shit up, and like, if you ain't ready to be in a relationship with me, then, and you talk about a relationship. If you ain't talking about a relationship with me, then the shit ain't on the table until we get to that point. It sounds fucking rough, but I mean, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Women like that. Why can't men be? I mean, men, you need to be the same way. Motherfucker want to hide the booty. Well, you know what? You keep on hiding it. You know? There's plenty of other motherfuckers out here. Everybody know it. You cannot have sex with a motherfucker. They having sex with somebody. Most of them are. Just because they not fucking you don't mean that they ain't fucking. Motherfucker can play all them goddamn games you want. And that's some shit. That's another thing. It's just, that's some shit people want to keep putting to the fucking side. That's some shit you need to figure out if you on the fucking same page or not. You know what I'm saying? You need to figure out if you on the same page or not with that shit. You don't want to be all up, you know, lovey-dovey with somebody, call yourself a couple, and then y'all get together and find out y'all bits and pieces ain't compatible for whatever reason. Or y'all got different kinks, or you might have a kink he don't like, you might have a kink he don't like. It might not be no kinks. You know what I'm saying? It might be too many kinks. Y'all be like, man, we ain't safe for each other. We can't do this. You be like, shit, we both way too freaking diggy to be with each other. We need to separate, motherfucker. This shit is not productive. No, it could be that. It could be anything. But you need to figure out that shit before you call yourself in a relationship with somebody. Because if that ain't working, all the rest of it ain't going nowhere. Unless y'all end up in an open relationship where y'all can be y'all lovey-dovey and couple shit, but y'all go out and fuck other people. It's done. I haven't done it, but I've been with somebody who was, or whatever. But yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You need to figure that shit out. All of it, man. This whole dating thing, it's fucked up. And other than that, you need to kind of decipher, get yourself away from the needy people. Your people on there, they might not be looking for a relationship. They looking for, they looking for somebody to watch over them, take care of them, or looking for somebody that can do them favors every so often and shit like that. You gotta keep your eye out for all this shit when you just, that's why you get to know people. That's why you take your time, you get to know people before you call yourself in a relationship with somebody, because you end up with all kind of different shit after the fact. And even then, you can spend a whole lot of time courting somebody or dating them or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And then finally get in a relationship and they just totally flip on you. It happens. You can do all that shit, all the due diligence, and take your time and get to know somebody and all this other shit. It can always be something else under the hood, in the trunk, in the back seat. It's always something fucking well. You know what I'm saying? It's always that possibility. You never knew. I was with this motherfucker. It's like this motherfuckers like that and got together, been married, had kids, all kind of shit, and whoever decided to turn into Mr. Crazy all of a sudden. Like, I've been knowing this motherfucker 10, 15 years, and this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? It happens. This shit ain't foolproof. You dealing with people. People change over time. You know what I'm saying? People change over time. It can either be for the better or it can be for the worse. But people change. We don't stay the same. You just hope that it's for the better and not too much for the worse. So, let me see. That's the outlook. Yeah? That's as much my expectations. The outlook, I don't know how long this fucking video is, but the outlook is, I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep operating my dating profiles and all this other shit the way that I've been doing. If I get to, I'm still going to stick with my phone thing as far as, what I'm saying, we can text. You got to earn that phone shit. I don't want to be sitting here on the phone, because what's going to happen is you be texting people, you go in the inbox, and you get in the inbox, you do this whole fucking thing in the inbox. You know what I'm saying? You do. You go through this whole routine in the inbox for however the fuck long until y'all decide to exchange numbers. Then you finally exchange numbers. And whether you're on the phone or text, they try to do you go through the whole goddamn thing again. We just did this in the inbox. We finna go through this whole conversation again just because we on a different device. Well, the same device, but you know what the fuck I'm saying. It's just like, nah, man, I'm not finna do that. Like I said, people, that's why I don't do the phone thing. It don't turn out to nothing. It really don't turn out to nothing. It ain't no different from the text for me, and the text ain't no different from the inbox. So my outlook is the same on that. I'm gonna keep it the same, because somebody was like, well, how are we supposed to communicate? That was one of the other conversations that ended within the last week. How we gonna communicate? We communicate right the fuck now. I'm like, we doing it right now. That was somebody that asked for a phone number, like after the first message. Can we exchange numbers, or can we? This is what the inbox is for. You know what I'm saying? Because if you give me your phone number, if we start, I'm just gonna text you. It ain't gonna be no different. It might be easier to get to the message, but it's gonna be the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the same. I'm gonna text you. I'm not gonna call you. I don't call people. I don't call people. I don't be having shit to talk about to where I'm gonna call somebody and just sit on the goddamn phone. And people are generally more busy than I am because I sit around the house all day. I don't work. You know? So, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You just... What? So, I'm going to stick with that. You know what I'm saying? As far as being able to get out and meet people, I will soften up on that, but it got to be some time in there. You know what I'm saying? It can't be no, we done swap 2 or 3 messages back and forth, or we going to meet. Because, like I said, it's going to be one of those, I can't get to you, you won't come to me, that type of deals. That's how it's going to be. I can't do shit about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna do nothing about that. If we hadn't had enough conversation to where we comfortable with each other already, you know what I'm saying? And at that point, you wouldn't be relegated to text messages. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be relegated to text messages. But I still don't just talk on the phone just like that. Unless, I use the phone to set up shit or something like that. Or talk people home. And those phone conversations, they literally come from people that I've known for at least more than 10 years. Ain't nobody I've known less than that I'm just sitting here on the phone, you know what I'm saying? Just interrupting what the fuck I'm doing in here. But yeah, there have to be a certain level of comfort just for me to be able to be like, okay, well, this is what we're gonna do. And you have to be in the location. Because even if we gonna meet somewhere in between, it ain't gonna be equal. And I'm like, my limit might be, I'd say 10 miles. Like literally 10 miles. Over 10 miles, you looking at Uber, I'm looking at a $30 trip. You know what I'm saying? Actually it's more than $30. Now I'm thinking that less than 10 miles will be $30. I'm looking at a $40 trip at least from the general area where people are generally located. If I gotta get up and meet somebody somewhere, it's gonna cost me $15 to get there. And I'm telling you right now, from where I'm located, $15 generally take me to no man's land. You know what I'm saying? I can go just far enough where it ain't shit, ain't nowhere you want to meet at. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. I meet somebody in Humble. Between me and, between downtown and Humble, where the fuck you gonna meet at? No fucking where. There's somebody up in Spring. Between downtown and Spring, where you want to fucking meet at? Probably no fucking where. If you're trying to meet somewhere in the goddamn middle. Nope, nowhere. It's just, that's how it is. It's just like, no, ain't nothing I can do about that. That's just how the fuck it is. I mean, that will be explained if the shit comes up. But, yeah, that's how it is. Now, eventually, I have my house. Eventually, I gotta get hot water because I don't have hot water in my house. There's some plumbing issues and shit like that, and I gotta get another. Well, I had some gas issues with the pipes and stuff, and that had to get cut off. So I gotta go all electric. So I'm gonna have to deal with all of that. Have my house set up to entertain guests, not just people that I meet. It's just I like to be able to entertain it. I like to be able to say, yeah, just come on in and sit down. You know what I'm saying? Whoever. Somebody come by the house and come on. I like, because sometimes people come up, knock on the fucking door, and then, like I said, it could be any fucking body. One of my dad's classmates came by here the other day to ask me something. When you come in the house, man, want somebody to be able to come in your house and not think something is wrong with your ass because your house all fucking dirty and all kind of shit like that. My house, it ain't that bad, but Um, yeah, I mean, have your house presentable. You know, it takes some work because, like I said, I got no vision. You know, I got health problems and stuff like that. So it's hard for me to move around and clean and shit like that. So I have to have people come by and do it. But I like to have that shit done. You know what I'm saying? Have it set up to where, you know, somebody come by and my futon is open right now. I do have a bedroom with a bed and all this other stuff, but everything I do is in the front room. So futon is open. You know, it's set up to where you can entertain like normal. You know what I'm saying? You can entertain like normal. Sit down, watch a movie, got a computer over here, you play music. It's, you know, just regular ass house stuff. You know, nothing special, just regular house stuff. I like to be able to do that. If somebody decide that they, you know, come by the house, because people have. I know the times and shit that we live in today, folks, you know, I don't invite people over my house. I just don't. You know, I don't invite people over that house. If they come up, I'll be like, yeah, you can come by. Or some shit, if I'm ready to entertain, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, shh. I gotta stick with that, be able to move around, but it's limited. Like I might be, you know, meet downtown. Well, that shit ain't convenient for nobody. Because if we meet somewhere downtown, it's convenient for me. Because downtown is right there. I catch an Uber downtown, I'm there in about 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'm there in about 3 minutes. But you know, if I'm meeting downtown with somebody, they mean they gotta go downtown from wherever the fuck they is. Try to find somewhere to goddamn park. I don't even know how that shit even work downtown. I haven't had to go nowhere and park downtown in years. You know, and do all that shit. Downtown wouldn't be a good place to meet. I mean, if you was doing a venue thing, okay, but just for a fucking meet and greet, nah, fuck no. Fuck no. Ain't gonna happen, Captain. What else for my outlook for this year? Conversations, everything's gonna pretty much be the same. It is. Yeah, everything I discussed in this video is gonna pretty much be the same. Other than, you know, like I say with the meeting and stuff like that, it's gonna pretty much stay the same because, like I say, I'm not gonna be able to get far enough away from where I am for most people that I run across online. It's just everybody that I run across that live within 15 miles of me, nothing ever comes of that. If I run across somebody that might be, somebody live way in fucking Katy or some shit like that. Like literally. I think that the white chick I was telling y'all about, she live in fucking Katy. Katy is way the fuck out there. I can't meet you halfway. The furthest I'd be able to make it is fucking 610. We can meet at the Marquee right there. Or I-10 and shit right there. But that's as far as I can go. Like literally, that's as far as I can go, because you go anywhere further up the goddamn freeway, it ain't nowhere to just where you would just sit down and meet until you damn near get to the Beltway. And I'm telling you right now, that ain't no cheap ass ride. So, you know, that's what I got to deal with. I own that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit I tell some folks. I ain't trying to hide it. No bullshit like that. Now, what you know, the outlook as far as who, what, and all this other shit, the type of people that you want to meet. Yeah, I want to meet somebody attractive. I'm telling you right now. That's kind of the objective. My vision is bad. It ain't that goddamn bad. You know, if Ray Charles didn't want no ugly ass woman, I damn sure don't. And I'm like, okay, you know, but like I said, the matches I get, they don't always fit that. The matches I get now is just, I mean, it's weird. It's like old motherfuckers. I like upper 60 type old. You know, upper 60 and 70 something type old, which is fine. I talk with those people quite a bit. You know, online, you know what I'm saying? You be blah, blah, blah. You match with all kind of people because my match is like 38 up. So I'm allowed to get matches from, you know, all kind of motherfuckers. And every once in a while you get a match with somebody in the upper 60, 69, 70, 71, 72, some shit like that. They message you. You know what I'm saying? It don't be no weird shit. Just be chatting. They be like, this somebody just sitting at the house ain't got shit else to do. You sit there, you just talk with them. And like, hey, baby, what you trying to do? None of that shit. One of them chicks, I think she was 71. Come by the house, say, I'm gonna have to invite you over for blah 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 blah. I shouldn't say blah 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 blah. It was like for dinner or some shit because we always be talking about food. I don't think she liked the fact that I cuss. And we don't ever talk. It was just in the inbox. But I think I was using my mic one time. And the mic fucked up what I said. And all I remember saying was dang. My mic fucked that whole statement up. And that kind of went downhill. And it was like, it went downhill. It shouldn't have, but it was just like, she said something about why you cuss, why you curse or some shit like that. I said, that's just how I talk. That was it. I was like, that's how I talk. Generally don't type like that, but sometimes I use the mic, and the mic works pretty good most of the time, but every once in a while they might pick up something in the background or misunderstand what the fuck you said. But I don't remember exactly what I said, but I do remember that statement. What I said wasn't nothing to get offended over. I'm like, if you got offended over that, then we don't need to be talking at all. If motherfucker can't say damn around you, then you know what? You know what I'm saying? If I can't say damn around you, I ain't gonna be able to talk to you at all because you gonna get an earful fucking with me. It's just how it is. I'm gonna talk how I talk. However shit fly out my goddamn mouth, it's gonna fly in my goddamn mouth. Unless I'm in an obvious situation where I need to clean the shit up. And at that point, I'm probably not talking at all. If I'm at a point where I gotta watch what the fuck I'm saying, I probably ain't saying shit at all. Just not gonna. But yeah, the type of people, it's just like a bunch of fat folks. Not the fine fat either. I mean like potato sack or potato fat. The kind of fat the way you like, that could be a man or a woman. That kind of fat. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of fat the way it's just like you can't tell if that's, you can't even tell the gender. That motherfucker is just, ugh. Or motherfuckers that just want to tell you they fat. Because that irritates me. I'm a beautiful plus size woman. No, you fat and you ain't all that cute. I'm looking at your pictures. You can blow your own fucking head up all the fuck you want, but I'm looking at your goddamn pictures right now. You fat and you ain't all that goddamn cute. I don't need people to tell me they're fat. That's a turnoff right there. I'm a plus size motherfucker. I see your pictures. You know what I'm saying? I see your pictures. I can tell. I don't need you to tell me that. I'm gonna need you to take off some of them goddamn adjectives you got down there, because all them shits don't apply to you. Wasting words and shit. Yeah, wasting words and shit. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to peel off a bunch of them goddamn adjectives you got down, all that colorful language you got describing yourself. Take that shit elsewhere. Keep it simple, stupid shit. Yeah, but for the type of people, it's just like, in general, I would meet whoever want to meet, but I can't do that now because it's too much an investment for me to do it. Like I said, I can't move around. It costs me more money than just burning up some gas in my tank to go drive somewhere to see somebody. It's a difference. What else? I think that's it. Like I said, everything else is going to be pretty much the same. I'm going to keep swiping because I ain't out there meeting people out in the world. So I'm going to keep swiping with all these fucking dating apps I got on my fucking phone. And eventually something to catch to where I ain't saying relationship shit. Eventually something to catch to where you run across somebody that you talk to on a regular basis. That's the beginning right there of whatever. That's the beginning of whatever. You run across somebody that you talk to on a regular basis. Because I damn sure don't have that now. Now, with the people that I know currently, every few weeks, maybe, You know what I'm saying? Even my friend, I used to talk to her mostly every day, but she started getting into her little dating life, and I don't think that turned out how she thought it was gonna turn out. But got, her little social life and other life things she got going on now. I might hear from her every so often. It ain't every day or every other day like it used to be. It's it's once every week, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. Even the text shit is getting short with that. So, it's like whatever. It is what it is. That was the whole point of that whole deal we was doing anyway for her to get our life together so she can get out and do shit. Not, talking to me don't help her none. At this point it don't. You need to be out there doing shit. Yeah, but that's it. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna have to put that on the profile. And my goal is to get to the point to where I talk to somebody on a regular basis. That's it. They still got to be attractive though. I don't want, I don't. Every time I get a phone number, it's from a fatty, and I don't mind fat people. If but you got to be attractive. It's the same thing. I'm just a regular dude, 6'3", 250. You be like, oh shit, he's big, tall, big. I ain't got no muscles or no shit like that. I'm just some. It's just, at one point I probably had a little muscle, but now I just, those numbers don't probably ain't gonna match the goddamn picture. Well, you look at my pictures, look fine, but it's just whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you want somebody attractive. If you want to go out and meet somebody, or whatever, you don't want to go out and meet somebody where you always gotta be having your head turned everywhere, but looking at the motherfucker you out there to see and talk to. Trying not to look them in their goddamn face. It's happened. Trust me, it has happened. But anyway, I'm finna get out of here. I will catch y'all on the flip side.